Believe it or not, I've been on YouTube now for 1 year to the day. Yes. So I thought it was time to do a little video, taking a look back and having a little chat about the past year, the reasons why I came onto YouTube, and a wealth of other stuff. So let's get into it. Okay, yeah, a year ago today, I started here on YouTube. My very first video was a 4K opening, and it was a 4K opening of this here Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory set. And do you know what? Still yet to watch the film. I've seen the film, but I've yet to watch it in 4K. Yeah, a year on. So there we go. If you're new to the channel, then welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please do so. Why not? Come and join the channel, help it grow. And yeah, I've recently passed 1,000 subscribers, and that in itself is just fantastic. I didn't expect to get that. So let's start back. Let's go back to the beginning and explore the reasons why I started on YouTube and my journey up to now. So anyway, so about 2 years ago, I was humming and hawing with the idea of starting a YouTube channel revolving around films and this sort of thing. I did watch a lot of film, DVD, Blu-ray channels, this sort of a thing, and supported them. And I thought, you know, that looks like it's for me. I can't really talk about film too much with the wife and this sort of a thing. Friends and that and work colleagues are more football and sports related, which ain't really for me. I'm all about films and collectibles and comics and all this sort of a thing. So I thought, okay, let's start the channel. It took a year. It took a year from you know, because I was laziness, I'd say, maybe. But anyway, and it just wasn't the right time. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't the right time. Also, part of the reason why I started a YouTube channel and thoughts about it is because I was sort of facing my own mortality, thoughts of my own mortality and this sort of thing. Call it midlife crisis, whatever you will. You know, I come to a point where I realise there's probably less in front of me than what there is behind. Yeah. So there is that as well. So I thought to myself, I need to leave something behind for the kids. And I don't mean monetarily. I'm talking about something of me as opposed to like, oh, you know, here you go, son, have a blooming Yoda to remember me by. Grogu, actually. Do you know what I mean? I wanted to sort of leave them me. So I don't know what's going to happen to Facebook, YouTube in the future, but in the here and now, here you go, here's me. And this leads to why I don't script anything within my videos, because I want to give me across. If I go and script something, I might as well just open the book and read you from a book or read you from Wikipedia or something like that about a film. But no, I wanted to give me. Now, going into the channel, I did sort of create a plan. I thought to myself, okay, I need a plan going in. I'm just going to go in blind. I need to lay a foundation. First things first, the foundation needs to be laid. This led to me just putting out videos. No sort of rhyme or reason to it, just videos relating around films as and when sort of thing, till I got to about 150 subscribers, at which point you know, my plan was to then create structure. And by creating structure, what I mean by that is I started doing the weekly series of videos like my AJ's Collectible Corner, which is still going today. It was weekly back then, but now it's every other Wednesday, because it becomes a bit much. Now, I've done 900 videos in the year, and that's a lot. That's a lot, but it doesn't take me very long to do them. It doesn't take me very long to sit down, to talk, and to edit a video at all. You know, you're talking about maybe 20 minutes. If it's a 10-minute talk video and then 10 minutes editing, it doesn't take me long. That's how I managed to get this stuff done. It is excessive what I've done, but sometimes what I'll do is I'll sit in, if I've got nothing going on at the weekend, no plans to go out, or it's a dreary weekend, which, let's be honest, here in the UK it's quite dreary a lot of the time. I'll spend the day in, and I'll do video after video, and I'm happy with that. So that's how I do it. Not only that, if I'm going on holiday or anything, I will create videos to come up whilst I'm away, so that there's life in the channel in that respect. And also, I mean, I look forward as well to the future, and that's why I've already started some Christmas related projects. And not only that, I knew that if I'd done my A to Z of my Blu-ray collection, which I started at the beginning of this year, that would carry me for a year. Every 2 weeks on a Saturday, one letter would take me a year and beyond when I stretch into the TV stuff after the film. So it just keeps life. It keeps me looking ahead and projects to do. And there are other projects that I've been humming around in my head to do, and some for quite a while which I haven't started, but I will get round to them. Now, as part of the journey creating this channel, I did set up a Facebook account in AJ's Movie Place, the name AJ's Movie Place. But when I first started the channel was actually The Movie Owl, which was a play on words. The word owl, O-W-L, was a play on words with my name and stuff like that. So it's Owl. And that, I took it to be an AJ's Movie Place, which has a better ring to it for a channel, I think. But yeah, so I did set up under AJ's Movie Place a Facebook and join various groups to help promote the channel, you know, and talk film. To varying degree of success, I will say, with that, because it created some conflict at times with individuals, unfortunately. So, and that conflict, some of that conflict still progresses today. But I get up in the morning every morning, I put on my big boy pants, and, you know, certain stuff doesn't bother me, it doesn't get to me. In all walks of life you come across people that you don't get on with, and because not everyone is for everyone, let's just say that. And I'm sure that a lot of people have taken an instant dislike to me, which is fine. I've got no problem with that whatsoever. So yeah, so now also, I mean, you'll see you'll see the title to this video, The Good, the Bad and the Fugly. Now, I've done that for a reason, right? Because obviously you know what the word fugly means. I don't swear in my videos. I don't swear. I don't swear. I when I was younger, I used to swear. As I've got older, I've come to look at myself and reflect on myself, and I look every day and I think, what can make me a better person? And I always say this to my children: try and be the best person that you can possibly be. You don't need to conform with others. Now, I can hold a conversation without swearing. I was on a live chat last night for 90 minutes. Mike over at Did You See That on his channel, and I believe that whole chat went for that whole entire 90 minutes and not one swear word was said, and that is really refreshing. That's really nice. I don't feel the need to use foul language or profanity in everyday life. I honestly believe that the use of profanity within language just shows that you have a limited vocabulary, to be honest, because there's so many other words that can be utilised in this instead of profanity. Not only that, like I said, this channel is there for my children. Why do I want my children seeing me swear anyway? I don't. Well, I don't swear anyway. You know, very rarely do my children hear me swear. The only times generally that I swear that something will slip out is in the car. In that moment of another idiot road user coming up alongside me or pulling out in front of me. That's the only time I'm unable to control it. Otherwise, I can go all day and I can go weeks without using any swear word. I don't believe they're necessary. Unfortunately, today they seem to be just a general part of language. Now, that's not to say that I'm a prude. I used to swear, of course I did, you know. And in film, I got no issue with it in film. But sometimes it does sound very crass when it's not needed. But there we go. That's just me. I've never covered that topic about swearing, but that's it. So the good, the bad, and the fugly. There you go. It's just a play on swearing. But I will admit, actually, I've sworn in 2 videos. 2 videos I've sworn in out of 900 and out odd that I've done. Right. The first one was very early on, and I was going through my collection of steelbooks, and I actually showed this one here. Bear with me. I actually showed this steelbook here, and it is coming because it's just down there. It's not that one. It's this one here. I showed this steelbook, Star Trek 3: Search for Spock. Now there's a scene in this where Captain Kirk, after his son has been killed, he turns around and he says, "You Klingon, you killed my son." And I quoted that when I looked at the steelbook. So it was a quote. Secondly, sorry, I had to break there because I had a phone call from work. Yeah, so I'll come on to work in a minute. So yeah, so that was one swear in that Star Trek video. And then in another video, swear or not, I was talking about people who made a film. I can't remember what film it was, but the individual's name was actually Wanker. That was his surname. So obviously I said that, so you could class that as a swear word. And where I've said it here, so that's 3 times in 900 videos that I have sworn. But not in, you know, quoting, swearing, I've got no issue with, because it's quoting, and when it's something like that word as someone's surname, which in America has no meaning like what that word does over here, then there you go. So, yeah, so 900 videos, no swearing. Now, 900 videos, like I said, is a lot, and I just mentioned work. Now, work for me, I do work a full-time job, but I'm quite lucky in that I don't want to say I choose my own hours. It doesn't matter what hours my job is done in. Let's just say that if I need to go into work, if I walk into work tomorrow at 5 a.m. And do my shift, that's fine. If I decide to go in at 10 a.m. and do my shift, that's fine. If I decide to go in at midday and do my shift, that's fine. If I decide next week I want to work nights, that's fine. My job isn't constrained by time or anything like that in that sense. As long as I do my hours, it can be done anywhere. So that's very helpful with me doing my videos on here. That being said, like I just got a phone call from work. There are times when, you know, my work phone is always on, and I will get out of hours phone calls consistently. And even at times when I'm on holiday, I've had to break from my day to sort things out and stuff like that. It happens. It's like kind of a give and take kind of scenario, which is fantastic, and that works for me. So that's really good. Also, I mean, over this past year, I can't go without talking about the channels that, you know, certain channels that have supported me along the way. I'm not going to start naming channels here or anything like that. I do them throughout my videos anyway. But I've you know, I've met some wonderful people. I talked to some wonderful people that have helped me out. I've met a couple of wonderful people, and you know, it's all been really good, and that stuff is fantastic. Obviously you get the trolls as well, but like I said, big boy pants, you know, throw your worst. It really doesn't affect me whatsoever. At the end of the day, you know, people on the other end of a keyboard with nothing better to do than try and troll you, it amuses me more than anything, and I'm quite well versed in dealing with individuals of that kind of ilk who are happy to try and tell me that I'm childish in my behaviour, but yet they're the ones who start sort of name calling and touching upon sort of personal things and this sort of stuff. So, you know what I mean? They need to hold a mirror up to themselves, these sort of people. But a lot of wonderful people, you know, and I'm talking to people from different sides of the world, and that's fantastic in itself. Smaller channels, you know, America, Australia, Ireland, things like that, you know, all around, and it's superb. And even, you know, in areas in Europe and that, just fantastic people. Now, there's also a sort of a childish nature in that if you don't like something that someone else does, you get this sort of, you know, there's something wrong with you because you don't like this film. And you know, again, that's just sort of childish behaviour, because art is subjective, and if we all agreed, how boring would it be if we all had the same agreement on something? If I rated a film at 9 out of 10 and everyone else in the world rated it at 9 out of 10 and all had the exact same opinion on it, that would be incredibly boring and make this all not worth it. So, you know, I've enjoyed that side of it. It's all very good. For the most part, very positive. I can't really think of any negatives revolving around this. I don't bring my personal life into this. I mentioned Facebook. I don't have a Facebook page of my own. I don't have a Facebook page of me. There's AJ's Movie Place, which is utilised for what it's utilised for, advertising the channel more than anything else. And that's my presence on YouTube as well, more so than anything else. I don't believe in YouTube. I used to, YouTube, Facebook. I used to be on Facebook back in the day, but I have seen the ugly side of Facebook, where I have gone through and fought my own personal demons in the past. And Facebook goes no way to helping when you're having problems. This also brings me to the discussion of my channel and the fact that I do have a separation between the channel and what is my real life. Snippets of it may sneak in, but for the most part, what I do outside of the channel, family, all stuff like that, it's all left outside of the channel. Now, I've shown pictures on occasion of my children when they've gifted me stuff, but you know, my children don't come into the channel, my wife doesn't come into the channel. It's just not needed. There needs to be a boundary between one and the other, because this channel is about film and collectibles and all this sort of thing. It's not about my life. That being said, there will be a video soon of coming up with me when I'm away. I plan on just filming a few bits and putting it on for posterity. But, you know, that's just for memory. But, do you know what I mean? I have this divide. I don't bring any health issues into it. If I'm, you know, I have gone through my own mental health journeys over the past, but I don't bring them into the channel. And I'm not going to. It's a completely separate part of my life to me doing this. And you need to have that divide, I believe. You don't need to have everything out in the open. You need some anonymity. Anonymity is fantastic. I'm a big fan of anonymity. I know this channel kind of probably, you'd say, was a bit sort of contradictory, that you've got a YouTube channel and you like anonymity. Well, like I said, there's a divide between, there's a line that I don't cross or often step beyond. If I do, it's just one step, and I like it that way. But yeah, so it's been a wonderful year. I'm not going anywhere. The videos are going to continue. There are series that I have planned. I've had planned for some time, but I've just not got around to starting them. It will continue going as it does. You might see some changes within a video, and how I do stuff within a video. Ain't going to change too much, but it's a noticeable difference. Something that I haven't really ventured into before. Short of outside of maybe some of my Star Trek reviews and that. So it's all looking good. It's all looking good. like I said, I'd hit 1,000 subscribers. That's fantastic. So I want to thank everyone that's ever watched a video, ever commented, those that have subscribed. Fantastic. I do reply to all comments that are left. That goes without saying, even if it is just a thumbs up to that comment. The comment won't go ignored. Sorry, I'm coughing. Hay fever's pretty bad this time of year, and it does affect my chest, unfortunately. I hate this time of year. Summer comes to an end, I'm happy. Yeah, so I've lost my train of thought. There we go. That's what happens when you don't script. So what was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. I'm going to have to go back now because that cough and that hay fever thing has screwed me up. Okay, yeah, so like I said, that's what I was saying about hitting 1,000 subscribers. Fantastic. Now, obviously, at 1,000 subscribers, you can monetize on YouTube, apparently. I say apparently because I've not really looked into it. It's not something I've considered doing. I am aware that some of my videos already get adverts attached to them. You know, I don't really know this part of YouTube or how this part works. The monetizing, like I said, isn't something. I mean, I'll be honest. I've looked into it. Obviously, I've done a little bit of research, and it looked like a bit of a nightmare, a bit of a headache thing to do at that moment in time. And I just thought, you know, another day, maybe somewhere down the line. But I never came into this for any reason other than what I've stated towards the start of this video with regards to my children and to talk about things that I like. You know, I had no aspirations of like, oh, you know, I'm going to be the next big thing or anything like that. There's none of that. You know, I've got a career, and I'd never step away from that, from what I do. That'd be silly for me to do that. But yeah, so, you know, all very good. If anyone has any questions about starting a YouTube channel or that, I'm always open to sharing my experiences and pointing in the right direction and telling what worked for me, what doesn't work for me, and all that sort of thing. And I will reply to comments about that. People can talk to me and ask me questions. And I do believe on supporting the smaller channels because they need that support. We all started somewhere. Yeah, fantastic time. Anyway, I'm getting going now because I have other things to do. And I'll speak to you on the next one. I'll see you later. Take care all, and thank you all again. Thank you, everyone. See you soon. Goodbye.